Alright everybody, so what you have here in front of me is the greatest sorting mechanism I've ever made. It's a redundant sorting machine. Basically, you can put whatever you want into whatever box and it will automatically circulate through until it finds the right box and it will stay there. My piping may leave a little bit to be desired, but I'm going to walk you through the logic and you can expand it to however many boxes and however many categories you have. So, the front of it, like the very beginning, is all the inputs. These filters are set to the items that you want to go into each box. So this one, the filter is set for a metal face mask, and the output goes to this box right here. This filter is high quality metal, propane tank, bean can, tuna can, high quality metal, etc. The inputs to all of these filters right here are all the outputs from the splitters here. Basically, these splitters are all hooked together, and it doesn't matter which output you set, but they just need to hook into all of your filters. The outputs of these will go to a box. In this case, this one is high quality metal. Once it goes into that box, you have the output from that box leading over here to another filter. And this filter is going to have the exact opposite. It's going to have the exact same item, but set to exclude the listed item. What this is going to do is this is going to force the items that you have sorted in there to not come back through the loop and go through the system again. This says, if it's this item, don't let it through. It's stopping it right here. And that's the same logic for all of these. The exclude the tuna can, exclude the metal face mask, etc. And the inputs of these have to be the output to the corresponding box. Like the input of here being a metal face mask, the input to the box, that's the wrong one, should be a metal face mask. And it should be any item. Once it goes through here, all these outputs you're going to see, they all get combined together. So all of these are just going in a combiner. It doesn't matter which one you choose, as long as these combiners are all hooked together like that. The output goes into an input, etc. So all of these are basically one giant input. Then the output of the final one, where all of them are combined together, goes to this box. And inside this box is where you're going to have things that don't have a home. Like, of the 6 items I have sorted, in theory, everything else that I put in here, all 28 items here I'm going to test out, they should stay in this box, because once they get into this box, once they go through that filter, the output goes to the input of this splitter again. But all the outputs have a filter on them. So unless it's one of these items right here, it's not going to proceed any further, and it's going to sit right here in this box and not go anywhere. So watching this all in action, I'm going to dump everything in my inventory besides my wire tool and my pipe tool. I'm going to dump everything into this box, and it should disappear out of this box and end up where it needs to go. And we'll just find out just how well I piped this together before I decided to record. Okay, so in theory, this box should be the one for high quality metal, right? So let's find out. High quality metal, good. This one has a tuna can. This one has a propane tank, bean can, an ore, and a mask. But where did everything else go? It should be in here. And there you go. And let's say along with this high quality metal, let's say I now wanted food to go in here, specifically that pumpkin. I'm going to add it to this filter and hit apply. And this pumpkin should be moving. Well, let's find out. Oh, wait. I didn't add the negative to the other side. So I have to go through and add an exclude pumpkin from here. That should complete the logic. If not, I'm looking really goofy right now. Let's see what went wrong. Did it leave somewhere? All right, let's try this one more time and see what happens. Let's see if that pumpkin disappears from our inventory, huh? And this, my friends, is what we call troubleshooting. Well, the pumpkin went somewhere. Well, that would explain why. It's not a pumpkin. It's glowing eyes. Let me get a pumpkin. And now that we've actually figured out what the problem is, look at that. The pumpkin went right to where it's supposed to go. So this worked. I was just stupid. So now you see how you do this. Basically, you can toss these. Like you come in, you're in a hurry. You can toss them in this box. And it'll pull them out, put them in the right box. You can just, first box you see, toss the stuff in there. It already has a bean can in there. But guess what? It decided that doesn't belong in there because this says anything else that's not that bean can needs to cycle back through and figure out where its real home is. And this output being hooked up to the splitter were the only outputs. There we go. Or the only inputs from the outputs here. My bad. The outputs into the inputs of these sorters only have certain items applied to them. Stops any item that's not supposed to be in those boxes from coming back around the loop. This is what some people would call the catch-all box. So this will help you kind of determine what still needs to be sorted into a box or how much junk you've accumulated and you need to go recycle. I'm sure people will let me know how trash my piping is, but it was meant to be functional and I threw it together just so I can show people. This took me quite a while to run through the logic on it, so I had to kind of get it out of my head and get it physically laid out before I forgot how to do it. But any questions, feel free to ask me in the comments or message me. Doesn't matter which way, I'll get back to you and I'll let you know. Any answers or to questions you might have. Thank you guys.